My Hebrew brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Welcome back. This is your Moreh Yeshua Ben Uriah Israel, and I want to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you so much for your subscriptions and your likes and your just want to thank you, my brothers and sisters, for your prayers. Praise His name. Praise His name. We are in Psalm 22 and starting at verse 20. Last session we were talking about making haste to help. Making haste to help. And so in his anguish, David is asking Yahuwah to make haste to help. Okay, in verse 20, Psalm 22, verse 20, and we talk about anguish and praise, right? And so here in verse 20, he said, deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dogs. The power of the dog. Right? The word soul here is this word nephesh. And what is saying here, a soul, a living being, life, self, a person, desire, passion, appetite, emotion. This is word, all of this word tied up in this one word, soul. Okay? So by definition, the word nephesh, it is nun, fe, arpe, and shin. And what is saying here, this word is a word soul. It is any living thing, life. It's a self, it's a person. It's desire, it's passion, it's appetite, it's emotion. This is what makes a person different from animal. Is thyself, then yourself, slay soul, tablet, they, thing. And the word here, my brothers and sisters, properly a breathing creature. Sometimes they're like an animal, abstractly, vitality used very widely in a literal, accommodated or figuratively, in a figurative sense, bodily or mental, any appetite, beast, body, breath, creature, deadly, desire, discontented, fish, ghost, greedy, heart, jeopardy, life, in jeopardy, lust, man, me, mine, mortality, one own person pleasure, her, him, my, thyself, them, yourself, soul, they think, she will, would have it. So the word is used in a great variety of application. He said here, deliver my soul from the sword. The sword here, the word sword is the word kereb. And the word here is the Hebrew word kereb, means a sword. And it is ket, resh, and beit. K red. And what it's talking about here basically is like an axe or a dagger or a knife or a mattock. You ever seen a mattock? A mattock is almost a little different from the axe. I think one part of it, one end it has two ends. One end is like what you call an O, and one end is like an axe. They call it mattocks. Or it could be a sword or a tool, and it comes from the word karab, drought, also something cutting instrument, from from its destructive effect, like a knife, a sword, or other sharp implement. The axe used to chop, right? Or a dagger or a knife, mattocks, a sword or a tool, something like that. Okay. Deliver my soul from the sword. He said, my darling, from the power of the dog. Yachid. Ya Kid. Yachid, Ya Kid. So the word Ya Kid. Only one. Only one. Only one. Solitary. Yachid. And Yod. Yod and Yod and Ket. Yod, Ket, Yod, Dalet. And let's talk about the darling here, desolate. Only child, son, solitary. Yeah, it comes from Yakad, properly united. That is sold by implication, beloved. Also lonely, feminine in the life as not to be replaced, darling, desolate, only child, son, solitary. And he said, from the power of the dogs, deliver my soul from the sword, my darling, from the power of the dog. The word power here is the same word like you use for hand, yad. And it means a hand. Being able about, because of beside border, primitive root, a hand, the open one, indicating power, means, direction, distinction from calf and its closed one. And the word calf, a matter of fact, I have something. The word calf is like the hands is like the open, right? The open one. Okay, calf is a closed one. The use as a noun and an adverb as in a great variety of application, both literal and figurative, proximate and remote, as follows: being able, about, accessory, because of, beside, border, bounty, broad, broken, handed, by charge, consecrate, creditor, custody, debt, dominion, fellowship, force, from hand. Handed means by mind, our ministry, our near, order, ordinance, pain, power. Presumptuously service, side, sure, state, stay, to draw with strength, a stroke. And sometimes the word terror is also in there. Throwing, use the hand to throw, right? The thumb, times, to wait on. Wayside, where, wide, me, you, to yield yourself. Praise his name, praise his name. And verse 21, it says, save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorn. And what it is talking about here, the word to save is the word Yasha. Yasha means to deliver. Yasha, like salvation, deliver. And what it's talking about here is avenging, to defend, to deliver one's, he's a deliverer, he's a helper, preserver, he's a rescuer. He rescued and he put into a safe place from primitive root, properly to be open wide, free by implication, to be safe, causatively, to be free as a core. At all, avenging, defend, deliverer. He helps preserve and he rescues and he'll be safe, and to bringing you, to having salvation, is a savior, and he helps to get the victory. Praise be to his holy name. Praise his name. This is save me from the lion's mouth. And we come back again to the word pay here. Pay. The word mouth, pay. Pay. The word pay and hay. I mean the letter pay and hay. Praise his name, pay. And what the word here means, just means mouth, according as after appointment, a set color, commandment, eat, edge, end. And comes from the word pa'a, the mouth, as a means of blowing, whether literal or figurative. Particularly speech, specifically the edge or portion or side, adverbially with the preposition according to, according as, in or into, after appointment, assent, command or commandment, eat, edge, end, entry, file. So this is the mind or the mouth or the part or portion should be saying, sentence, sound, speech, spoken, talk, tenor, two-edged, wish, word. And verse 22, I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. Now, here is what you would refer to as someone who is double-minded. My brothers and sisters, I know that here is a man is going through anguish. But all of us go through things, right? But be careful that you don't get to the point where the anguish is so much on you that you can't see the light ahead. So here he's begging Yahweh, don't let me die, like don't let me be ashamed, you know. Now we come to the point now where the anguish now is gone. It's gone for a while, right? And now I will declare thy name unto my brethren. When he's going through anguish, he can't do it. The anguish says it subside. So now we're going to declare YAHUAH'S name to his brethren. The word declare is safar, to counter, to recount, to relate. It is Samek, Fe, and Resh, Safar. And so here, you want to count, you want to recount, you want to relate. You want to commune, you want to count, declare, number. You want to reckon, you want to scribe, you want to show forth, you want to speak of his name to his brethren. Primitive root, score with a mark or tally record, that is by implication. To inscribe or to enumerate intensively, my brothers and sisters, to recount, with, celebrate, commune. You want to declare, you want to number, you want to reckon and scribe. You want to show forth. You want to speak, you want to talk, and you want to tell. You want to write. And he said, his brethren, I will declare thy name to my brethren. Look at the word brethren there. Ark. Ark. Brother. A brother. It's a brother. Aleph and Ket. Ark. And it's like another brotherly, kindred, kind, or other primitive word. A brother used in a wider sense, literal relationship, and metaphorical is affinity or resemblance, like. Another brother, kindred-like. Compare also as a proper name, beginning with or he, brother. I will declare thy name to my brethren. And then say, in the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. There's a call all is the word congregation here. And say, I'll praise the assembly, that is by convocation, or the congregation, or, this one is assembly. Call all. It is the word here, my brother must say, it is kaf. Kaf, He, and Lamed. Kaf, He, and Lamed. And it's talking about congregation or assembly, convocation, company, multitude of people, assemblage, assembly. And, he will praise his name. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. And the word to shine here. The word praise thee here is to shine. Hey, Lamed, and Lamed is the word halal, shine. Shine. To make boast of self, or celebrate, or to commend, or to deal, make glory, give light, be made. It comes from a primitive root, to be clear, of sound, but usually of color. Shine, hence to make a show, to boast, and thus to be like a clamorously. Sometimes you can act foolish, They said David, he would dance out of his clothes, and he was celebrating, to make boast, or thus to be there, stuffily, to boast oneself, or to commend glory, to give light, to make, to give in marriage, sing, worthy of praise, rate, and to be known, to shine. Praise his name. We're going to stop here, brothers and sisters, and we'll come back to verse 23. But in the meantime, we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.